I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I say to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, dark say good night, and I say to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, the colors of the rainbow are pretty in the sky, and also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I see babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I say to myself, oh, what a wonderful world. But I say to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh. Yeah.
Beautiful music for a Monday morning. In studio, I'm joined by an award-winning producer, a talented piano player as well as musician, known as Cobhams Asuquo, right?
Yes.
I got it right?
You absolutely did.
A very good morning to you, sir.
Good morning to you.
Thank you so much for coming.
Fabulous. Thanks
now,
for having me.
You're in the country from Nigeria. You're an award-winning producer. Worked with the greats of Asha, Banky W. How lucky are you? How cool is that?
I know, to work with cool people, right?
Yeah. And you're here for Coke Studio Africa.
That is correct.
But before we get into that, I'd like to know, how has it been? You've been here for a week so far, and how's Kenya been to you?
Listen, I have to tell you this. I've traveled the world for a minute.
Yes.
And I say this with every sense of respect and truth, that I don't know that I've found people as hospitable as Kenyans.
Oh, yay.
I absolutely love Kenya. And I love Kenyans.
That's good to hear.
Amazing,
I'm happy to hear that your 1 week has been, fruitful.
It has been amazing.
It's been
absolutely amazing. Yeah.
Let's find out, when did Cobham start playing music? When did he discover that he could play the piano, he could sing?
When did I discover I could? Well, I mean, when did I discover I could play the piano? I was pretty young, maybe about 8 or thereabout. When I played on a friend's piano, he wouldn't let me play it, and then another friend shared his sister's piano, which he wouldn't let me play outside for fear that she'd take it away. So I proceeded from there on to play for my church. This was when I was about 9. And then I started playing like small-time jazz when I was 14, and then I started scoring stuff by Dave Brubeck and Jules Sample, and these are the guys, when I was maybe about 17 or so. So I've been playing for a minute. Singing, that's a different kettle of fish altogether, because I couldn't stand my voice for the longest time.
You're just like me. I can't stand my voice when I hear it.
Yes, you have an absolutely amazing talking voice.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I need to hear your singing voice.
No, thank you.
Probably, maybe we'll put you on the spot or something.
We'll see about that. So you didn't like your voice, and then what happened?
I kept singing. I kept singing because people had a different opinion, and over time, I mean, it's like, the theory of adaptation. I mean, you keep listening to it, and it turns out not to be so bad. I sort of got used to it. I'm still trying to get used to my voice, even though I have, like, music out on radio and all of that, but I'm still trying to get used to my voice.
Okay. Now, you're in Kenya for Coke Studio Africa, which is a show
correct.
that brings in, different talents from around Africa, do crazy mashups and produce a beautiful sounds.
Lord, you're right about crazy mashups.
Crazy mashups. Tell us more about that.
Coke Studio Africa is just is an amazing project. It's an amazing project that it seeks to blend African music and just create a certain vibe of consciousness among African youth, and appreciating African music also. And it's been able to do this over the last 3 seasons by bringing musicians from different parts of Africa and just creating a nice soulful blend. And this year it's different because we're doing mashups, so we're bringing like different songs from the different artists and creating totally brand new song altogether. There isn't anything like this out there that I'm aware of, and it's just super exciting. I happen to be working with, I've just finished working with Two-Face and Vanessa MD. I'm going to be working with Sauti Soul and Davido, and I'm going to be working with MI, and I'm also going to be working with Avril. So it's such a good mix of music and culture and perspective and sounds and just exploring the African soundscape and just bringing it to the fore, and obviously using Coca-Cola, which by itself stands for like happiness,
yes.
and all of that good stuff, and and it's also it's in the line with sharing and believing and just promoting who we are, what we are, and just this great industry that's emerging from Africa. So it's super exciting, and I'm excited to be part of it.
Do you think this is the avenue that will see the rise of other countries becoming musical giants? Because for a very long time we have said Nigeria and South Africa are the continent's musical giants. Do you think you doing this fantastic work will see us recognize Vanessa MD from Tanzania, her becoming a big African artist, and blowing the charts even in Nigeria?
I definitely think so, because there are people who are going to be introduced to Vanessa. I mean, Vanessa's a star in her right as it is. She's an absolutely amazing musician, and I think that this just brings to the fore like her talent and her personality, and just introduces her to a different audience altogether. And I think that that's part of what Coke Studio Africa seeks to do. And yes, I do agree with you that this project will actually bring to the attention of the wider Africa the talent and the skill and the presence of musicians from other countries and other parts of Africa. Yeah, so yeah, I believe strongly that it will do that, and that's one of the things that makes Coke Studio Africa exciting.
All right, Cobhams, thank you very much for coming this morning. And you have to sing again, and you have to play the piano. What's the song you're going to do for us? Okay,
I'm going to sing. Let me see. I will sing one verse from a song I put out 2 years ago called Ordinary People. And it basically talks about ordinary people, doing extraordinary things. Okay?
Take it away, Cobhams. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. A child in the distance, playing in the rain, the sweet sound of water flowing away. A construction worker coming home from work, 2 parents and their children going to church. A happy little baby drools on your shirt. What an extraordinary day. Let us have a world of ordinary people living life the way God wants us to. And if we have a world of ordinary people, extraordinary things will happen to me and you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Cobhams, for coming. Really appreciate it, and we wish you all the best.
I had a great time. Thank you.
And hopefully you'll be able to get us our artists to become award winners.
Yes, and hopefully I'll be able to get you to sing.
No. Not today. Not today. All right, you're watching the Power Breakfast Show. Don't go too far.